Yesterday we had an updates on UFC 303. Now Alex Pereira is in the main event against Jiri Prochazka, and once again we won't be seeing Conor McGregor like we said in a fight. Who do you pick for Pereira versus Prochazka 2, and will McGregor never fight again?
Oh, no. McGregor won't fight again. McGregor won't be booked again. I mean, that's the reason he won't fight. He will not be booked again. Uh, this is a colossal problem. I mean, this is a colossal mistake. And you have guys pull out of fights for illness or injury. But when a guy isn't sick and a guy isn't hurt and he's still pulling out of fights, you got a big problem on your hands. And how they're going to solve that, I mean, I'm not privy to that. I'm following the golden rule in life, which is put yourself in somebody else's shoes. What would you do? You can't book a guy that's got a $23 million gate that you now have a legal problem with. There's an actual legal issue with pulling out this far into the game. I'm going to leave it at that. But yeah, good for Pereira. The example and the leadership that he has shown. He's not even part of this community. He's not even part of this sport. Oh, by the way, he's the champion of the world and the leader of the sport. Like, I mean, I don't know how this happened. He's over here representing kickboxing, which he's really good at. I guess he's really effective at MMA. I guess he's the only MMA champion to never have a wrestling match, never have a grappling match, never even attempt to get into Abu Dhabi, just for example. That's never happened before. He doesn't have a black belt. And he can beat up everybody. The guy, it's unbelievable. And then you find a guy like that that's got the courage. He's got the willingness. I mean, here you got Conor McGregor that knew about this fight for 18 months. He's got the agreement. It's in place. He's not sick. He's not hurt. He can't do the fight. On the other side, you have Pereira, who I'm sure is sick and is hurt because he just got done doing a fight. And it's impossible to go through a fight in a fight camp and still feel great. Took it on short notice with no preparation 3 weeks before bell time. That's leadership. We couldn't get the biggest star in our sport to provide the same leadership for the sport as a kickboxer who came over and's only done it 10 times can. Come on, man. Alex Pereira, that's a great move. I can't pretend I want to see him fight Prochazka. I couldn't possibly care less. They've already fought once. I didn't want to see it. The fight was going on. I just wanted it to be over. Nobody in America wants to see that fight. But we're going to pretend, right? Like, these guys step forward for the right reasons, and they're really good. And so we owe them a respect. We don't have it, but we'll pretend that we do, and we will show it to them anyway, even if the fight in itself sucks.
And do you believe Alex Pereira can be the GOAT, for example, in the future?
Alex Pereira, should he get a shot at heavyweight and he wins, now there's no longer an argument. If he becomes the first ever champ, there's now not even a discussion. It's over. There would be no well, I think that Fedor and I think that Khabib and Anderson Silva. Right now, you can have that debate. If Pereira becomes champ, it's over. It's him. And he's only done this 10 times. It's unbelievable what he's accomplished. Unbelievable.
You were one of the first to do trash talk in MMA, one of the biggest and best in history. And after you, other fighters also do trash talk. But I'd like
Can
you
we be
to.
can we be real fair? Can you and I be real fair with each other? Can we be real honest? Because you said I was one of the first. Now, if I was to challenge you and say, okay, tell me who did it before me, I think you'd be stuck. I think you'd have to rephrase that and say I was the first. And you also said one of the best, which sounds as though you know somebody who did it better. So who is that person that you believed was more eloquent than the American gangster? I must meet this man.
Yeah, I think so. You're the best ever.
Okay, so I'm the original and I'm the best. I mean, I just want to get the question out correctly. All right, go ahead. So you're talking to me, the original and the best trash talker of all time. Go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Okay, let's talk about it. I'd like you to evaluate which one is the second best trash talk. Okay, Conor McGregor, Colby Covington, or Sean Strickland. What do you think?
Sure. Well, Sean is sure doing a great job. That is for sure. You know, Conor McGregor is just a wonderful entertainer. Like as a performer and as a talent, Conor goes into a bit of a category of his own. I enjoyed, and I'll tell you who always gets left off that list. I mean, Michael Bisping did a great job, Daniel Cormier, but you want to know who inspired me? I like Rampage. And Rampage was the first guy ever where I would be in the living room watching the fights, and people would go, quiet, 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 before the interview. Everybody go, quiet, quiet, I want to hear what he has to say. We turn the TV up louder for an interview than we did the actual event. And prior to Rampage, the original, the absolute number one is a guy named Tank Abbott. And Tank Abbott did it at a time when people weren't really watching the sport. But I get credit for being the first and being the best. The true first ever was actually Tank Abbott.